my videos on Sleep Token blew up. The comment section was a war zone of passionate arguments about authenticity, commercialization, and whether or not they're just an industry plant. It got me thinking. This isn't new. This exact debate has been raging in rock and metal for decades. So today, we're diving deep into the industry blueprint for controversy. Let's talk about how some of rock's biggest sellouts ended up becoming legends. Remember when nu metal exploded onto the scene? Bands like Korn and Limp Bizkit were everywhere. And you know what the old school metalheads were saying? This isn't real metal. They were dismissed as trendy, commercial, and manufactured for mass appeal. They wore baggy jeans instead of leather. They rapped. They had DJs. To the purists, it was a betrayal of everything metal stood for. It was seen as a corporate-driven trend, a cheap gimmick to sell records. Sound familiar? Let's rewind even further to the 80s and the rise of hair metal. Necro, Poison, Bon Jovi, the makeup, the hairspray, the power ballads. They dominated MTV and sold out arenas worldwide, and the reaction from the underground thrash scene, pure disgust. They were labeled posers and sellouts, more concerned with their image than their music. The thrash bands prided themselves on being raw, aggressive, and anti-commercial. To them, hair metal was just a shallow, radio-friendly product designed by record labels. It was seen as a marketing scheme, not a legitimate artistic movement. But here's the fascinating part. Look at these bands now. Korn is hailed as a pioneer of a whole new genre. Necro and Bon Jovi are rock and roll Hall of Famers, considered icons of an entire era. Their music defined a generation, and their influence is undeniable. The very things they were criticized for, their unique look, their accessible sound, their commercial success, are now celebrated as key parts of their legacy. They weren't just a flash in the pan. They built careers that have lasted for decades. So what does this tell us about the debates we're having today? When a new band like Sleep Token comes along with a mysterious image, a genre-bending sound, and rapid commercial success, the old pattern repeats itself. The accusations of being an industry plant or not authentic start flying. We're seeing the same reaction, the same arguments, just with a different band. The core question is always, is this a genuine artistic expression, or is it just clever marketing? The history of rock shows us that these two things aren't always mutually exclusive. Controversy, whether it's intentional or not, is a powerful marketing tool. It gets people talking, debating, and most importantly, listening. But marketing alone can't sustain a career. A band needs the songs, the talent, and the connection with an audience to turn that initial buzz into a lasting legacy. Time is the ultimate judge. The bands that were dismissed as sellouts but are now considered legends proved their substance went beyond the initial hype. They took the controversy and used it as a launchpad. So, the next time you see a comment section tearing a new band apart, remember this blueprint. Is it just a marketing gimmick, or are we watching the early days of a future legend? History suggests we might want to wait and see before we pass judgment. What do you think? Which other bands fit this pattern? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe for more.